So welcome back to Castlevania Circle of the Moon, where, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to take on the battle arena. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to get up my best stuff, which is going to be the dark armor. And I'm going to go with 2 strength armbands because I really want offense. And you guys will understand why once we get to the actual fighting. And they do give you every sub-weapon, so that's at least a nice touch. In case you need to pick up a cross again, you can always come here and do that. But either way, they just give you some short instructions. And yes, that means there is no magic involved. So you can't heal, you can't use summons. Well, actually you can with a little glitch, but I mean that's something I'll explain a little bit later. And then we may be rewarded for you efforts. So let's just get this bitch rolling. And the thing with the battle arena is the difficulty is extremely random. And like right there, that was just an easy one, so that's just a good warm-up. But either way, the difficulty is just completely all over the place. I mean, sometimes you get some really tough rooms, and then sometimes you'll just get some jokingly easy rooms. And this is why I chose offense, because I just want to take care of things as fast as I can here. And being able to... And with the battle arena, since there are so many enemies and since it's such a big endurance test, I do want to kill everything as fast as I can. And that's why I'm just going with the route that I did. I mean, I'm at a good level, so I should be able to handle it. And what we're doing here is just taking out the enemies accordingly. And I probably should talk about that glitch with the summons. What you can do is that you can... use a mana prism or something else that restores your magic. And then what you do is you just go to the summon. And then you have to use it really quickly though, but you can actually pull off a summon. But either way, just in case you need to use it, you know, you got that going for you. So I just want to be careful here just because I really don't feel like getting picked off by these stupid devil towers. And we are going to be seeing this set up quite a few... Jeez, I'm getting my ass handed to me here. We are going to be seeing this set up quite a few times, in which there are going to be towers shooting at us, and then there's going to be one other armor trying to do whatever. Okay, that was extremely sloppy, but well, we just get to move on. At least I got a couple of potions out of it, so I'm just going to go ahead and use those now. And it's always good to have that much stuff or when you're trying to take this place on. And now for a trick shot. Yeah, that didn't really go the way I wanted it to. I actually wanted to go a little bit further. Well, let's just delete the rest of these guys. Or just take these guys out. And in between a few rooms, you do get the opportunity to get some more hearts. So that's always good. But yeah, with this place, the difficulties is really all over the place when it comes to the difficulty of some of these enemies. Like there you got those flame demons that are pretty imposing, and then you got bone towers to deal with, and that's not that big a problem. And a lot of these things are going to have these smaller setup enemies and then these bigger enemies that are going to do damage to you. And there will be more of those as we go on. But here's one of the jokingly easy rooms with the fox hunters we can just slide through. Which is why the difficulty is extremely schizophrenic, and you do have to really stay on your toes. But yeah, I mean, poison armors and bloody swords are not a very good combination. Especially when those bloody swords can poison you in this one. Alright, you get to die. And what I want to do is I just want to take enemies on one at a time and try and divide and conquer. Because you really don't want to get surrounded by enemies, and I've said that plenty of times in this LP. That when you get surrounded by enemies, that's when you get in trouble. And here's another just random room. And besides a lot of slowdown, there are also a bunch of these Abian dards. And really, they only hit you if you aren't careful enough, and then you just walk into them by accident. But outside of that, these guys really aren't that big a problem. So yeah, the only thing is it just takes a while to kill all of them, but you know, it's just something that has to be done. Okay, I want this. And then, yeah, that's just this room. But this is probably the last of the jokingly easy rooms. I think there are only about 3 of them. Or actually, no, wait, I shouldn't say that. I think there's one more with a bunch of hyenas. And then I actually could have taken them out with the cross, but I just decided not to. And this is why you have to kill things as fast as you can, because those marionettes, when they surround you, that's how you end up getting cursed. And especially in this place, getting cursed is probably the worst thing that could happen to you. Okay, you get to die. And that's why I'm concentrating more on the marionettes and not really so much on the Legion. And then you get to die too. Yeah, fortunately the Legion's slow enough that you can at least run around it. And now, in my opinion, the hardest room in the game. It's like that scene in a movie where somebody tries to run into a room and then there are 6 guys with guns pointed at him when he enters. But yeah, this is just the room full of minotaurs. And this is where a lot of battle arena runs come to an end. And for very good reason, because these guys are pretty big jerks. So let's see if we can't get our distance right here. But yeah, like I said before, divide and conquer is the way to go here. Just because it's very overwhelming at first when these guys show up and they just start wailing on you. But then after that, once you get your bearings about you, it does get a little bit easier. So now that that's done with, you can actually escape if you want to, and I forget where this goes. But then again, I haven't tried to do that in a while. Okay, this one's pretty tricky. Pretty deceptive too. I mean, you have a bunch of these damn succubus running around, and then you get these alley-rains that like to slow you down. Or actually, I think they're arachnids, but whatever. Okay, so I'm just... Yeah, see, this is the thing with these damn succubus, is that they just keep running into you and doing a lot of damage. I mean, fortunately, the arachnids themselves aren't that much of a problem, but it's just whenever those succubi are on the map and then those arachnids shoot a web at you and hit you because they weren't paying attention to them. And then that's when they cause problems. So I'm just going to go ahead and use one of my potion highs now. And fortunately, beating up on those legions, trying to get that damn Saturn card, I was able to get plenty of potion highs to work with. Let's just wait for this stupid demon lord. Okay, let's just dispose of you. And yeah, this is really the way I want to go about doing this. Is that I do want to take out those demon lords as fast as I can. Okay, now you go ahead and shoot. And yeah, I am cheesing the hell out of this because I just want to get behind the demon lord while he's shooting and then just wail on him that way. And fortunately, the Alurons aren't too hard, just as long as they don't sneak up on you. That's really the only thing you do have to watch out for. And then also some of those other vines that can pop up out of nowhere. But that's why they do give you the high road to work with. And then, let's see, what do we got here? Oh yes, I think this is the last of the jokingly easy rooms. So let's just go ahead and take care of this the fun way. And I end up getting 2 potions out of it, that's nice. Okay, I think... let's see. Yeah, this should be the room where the dark armors are gonna be. So what we gotta do is... let's see, how do I want to do this? I'm gonna get the needle armor up just because I could use a little bit more luck. The gambler armband and the luck ring. And also we're gonna cheat. Just like so. But either way, what we gotta do here is, well, first thing we gotta get rid of these damn evil pillars, because if those things turn you to stone while... Point taken. If those things turn you to stone while you're trying to deal with these stupid devil armors, then that's when they do end up Or that's when you end up really getting in trouble. And that is not what I need. Yeah, see, this is the problem with when you, get rid of your offense and you get rid of your, defense for luck. Okay, let's see, can I do this that way? Yeah, I'm just trying to keep these guys all on one side and... Okay, wow, this is really not going well. Okay, just remember your own words here. Divide and conquer, that's the way to do this. Okay, so I think I should be doing a little bit better here. Alright, well, fortunately, or hopefully, I'm gonna have to load state here. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna go ahead and not play the percentages here, because, I do not feel like dying here. I'm just getting smacked around here. Okay, that's what I want to do. But it turns out I didn't get it, so guess what we gotta do? Let's see, I'll just, go ahead and keep doing this over and over again until we're done. Okay, that definitely took a lot shorter than I thought it would. But here we are with a black dog card. And since we got that, I might as well just get all my best stuff up back again. So let's just get that going. Okay, that is a lot better when you can kill those things in one shot. Let's see, these things fire 4 at a time, so it is important just to know that. Okay, sometimes they throw 2. Well, that was definitely not expected. So let's see, what we gotta do now is... Let's see, actually I want to heal first. Got all those potions, you might as well use them. And then we're just gonna do the same thing here. And then get that going. And then let's just go ahead and cheat again. Just because we can. This is a completionist Let's Play after all, so... I'm just gonna do that just because I can. And the white armors are pretty similar to... Okay, I did not need that. Similar to the holy armor in that they just shoot these big-ass beams of laser. Or I guess these holy lasers of death or something. I don't know. Maybe Ned Flanders can answer that. You know what I don't need is to be getting hit like that. Okay, well, didn't get it. Yeah, I think I'll just go back and do this over and over again until I get it. So it turns out I managed to get it. So let's just go ahead and get everything good back on. And the unicorn card is going to be of a holy element. So that's going to be all fine and good. At least when it comes to killing stuff. The Mars and the holy combination is actually one of my favorites, and I definitely will show that off in the final boss. But with all that said, we have only got one more room to go. And the other good thing about beating up on the fallen angel so many times is I was able to get a lot of hard EXs. So let's see, I think that should be sufficient. But yeah, the last one in this battle arena is going to be the devil itself. And we didn't run into this guy before. And we don't need to be getting hit here. And yeah, I probably just want to just stay a safe distance and let the boomerangs do the rest. Okay, this is going to get dangerous. But I definitely can't take him back into a corner like that. And of course there's that freaking death beam that he does. And then whenever he does that, you can only hit him with the... Oh, that's fucking funny, you can hit him, or he can hurt you whenever he's dying. But speaking of more armor we don't need. And as a reward we have got ourselves the Shining Armor. And the Shining Armor is actually one of the best armors in the game. It does give you 500 defense and then 10 up for everything else. And the good thing about the Shining Armor is you don't have to get reductions in any other stats But if you want to run into a neat little glitch, what you can do is you can go back here and all the doors will be open. And you actually can use this to go back and get the black dog or unicorn cards in case you need to. But fortunately, since I was able to cheat, we don't have to do that. So let's just go ahead and get out of here. And let's just get one more heart while we're here. And see, what else do I gotta do? Yeah, I think what I want to do in the next video is just show off all this stuff with the unicorn and the power of light, and then black dog as a power of darkness. So let's just go ahead and get this one up now. Even though I don't really think I have the intelligence to pull it off now. But yeah, that is a man's weapon right there. At least when it comes to killing stuff. Let's see, there's just one more thing I still gotta do, which is I've gotta go up here. And then while we're here, we might as well just use this. Okay, well that was convenient. Or not. Well, I can't take on this thing backed into a corner. Or at least not really backed into a corner per se, but with no space to work with. And you're dead. Let's see, while I'm here, I might as well show off the familiars too. And this is the one with the, or this is a good one with the unicorn and holy familiar. And I like this, you can also shoot like this laser beam. Which, you know, it's all fine and good. Okay, I already got that one. Well, that's not funny. Yeah, I definitely need a magic refill here. I think what I ought to do is I ought to go to, yeah, let's just go ahead and get over to a save point. Yeah, I've got a lot of hearts to refill on, and I've also got a lot of, our health to refill and all that other fun stuff. So, yeah, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna make way to the nearest save point. Well, the good news is we can use the teleporters to get to Dracula quicker. Okay, yeah, that's where I want to go. And you get to die. And let's see, what's another familiar that I like? I think this is a fun one, the Golem and Saturn. And this thing works pretty much the same as Beat from the Mega Man series, where whenever it sees an enemy, it just attacks. And that's actually really useful with, or when it comes to taking out big swarms of enemies. At least you get some extra help. I'll just go ahead and save here. And I will get into my thoughts on the Saturn. And what I do like about this familiar is that it's great with, with this thing is, I do really love the ideas of familiars. I just wish they did this a lot earlier in the game. I mean, these things would have been really useful to use, and they actually would have been, or would have made the gameplay a lot more fun. I just wish you didn't have to wait until near the end in order to get that thing. So let's see, what else do I want to show off? Hello, this one's another interesting one. And then that's just a demon. And then what you have to do is you have to hold it to charge up the attack. And then just unleashes this laser beam. I like this thing. This thing's got a lot of range. Love it. And see, in the next video I am going to show off the descriptions. And see, while I'm here I might as well show off one other thing. Let's just get to that teleporter room first, because it is really important that we do. But anyway, with the Pluto and Black Dog combination, you turn into a skeleton, and then occasionally you get to throw like a gigantic bone. That actually is an instant kill. The problem is you die in one hit when you're in this form, so don't fuck around with it. And then this is another fun one. If you equip the bear ring, you get to turn to this thing. And then instead of using the skeleton bone, you actually get to shoot like these teddy bears. And like I said before, that thing's more or less just a novelty and not really something you should take seriously. So let's see, let's just go ahead and get double grips back up. And see, is there anything else? Oh yeah, I need to get my hearts back. You know what, I can just do that off screen. So I'm just gonna go ahead and call it here, so join me next time as I wrap up the rest of the loose ends and take Dracula out. I will see you then.